Hey, what's up, you guys? Great to have you back on the show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school basketball. In this episode, I want to take a look at the career of Jalen Rose, one of the most entertaining TV and NBA analysts of our day, and actually a guy that had a very interesting NBA career. So we're going to take a second look and see how good that guy actually was. But before we start with this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to support me and get exclusive videos and exclusive podcasts with me and former NBA players, please check out my Patreon account. And I would say without any more blah blah, let's get right into today's episode. Alright, you guys, so we're going to start off this video by taking a look how Jalen Rose actually made it to the NBA. Jalen Rose was born on the 30th of January in 1973 in Detroit, Michigan. Jalen's dad was a former NBA legend, Jimmy Walker, but Jalen actually never met his father in person. But of course, he had a natural feel for the game and quickly made a name for himself on the playgrounds. He played high school basketball at Southwestern in Detroit and really had to fight to get recognition. But he was always known to be a hard worker, and even until today, he's a legend at that high school. In 1991, Jalen Rose became part of basketball history, being part of the legendary Fab Five.
We just had a little flair, a little style.
People call us cocky, but we're a more confident team.
We figured, why don't they like us? How could you not like us? You know, and if you don't like us, we're gonna make you like us.
I don't think we ever doubted ourselves from day one. And we knew if we stayed together, we could do anything we wanted to.
Brash, confident. We didn't use the word swagger back then, but we had a hell of a swagger.
The Fab Five: Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, Ray Jackson, the most heralded recruiting class in college basketball history. 15 years ago, they changed the game.
Jalen Rose spent 3 years at college, and unfortunately he never won a championship, but still he was putting up sensational numbers, especially in this last season when he was averaging almost 20 points, almost 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.2 steals, averaging also 36 minutes in 32 games. So you could see that guy was NBA ready. At the 1994 NBA draft, many people were 100% sure that Jalen Rose would be a top 5 pick because he had a very, very good college career. But that draft class was very, very loaded. You had guys like Glenn Robinson, Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, Donyell Marshall, actually his former teammate Juwan Howard. So it turned out a little bit different. Let's have a look.
So let's go to David Stern and find out what the Nuggets do with the draft of '94.
With the 13th pick in the 1994 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Jalen Rose from the University of Michigan.
Jalen Rose with his mother and grandmother, and we saw at lunch today, Jalen Rose, I think, wins the Styling Award with that red pinstripe. No question about it. Grant Hill was one of the contenders for the fashion dress, but Jalen Rose...
So Bob, when you look at Jalen Rose, there's a couple things. First of all, he's a winner. You can say what you want to say about the Michigan team. They went to the Final Four 2 years in a row. This guy is an outstanding basketball player.
That evening, when did it settle in? Like, when did it actually become reality that you are now a professional athlete in the National Basketball Association?
To be honest with you, as I watched a few players get drafted in front of me that I thought I should have went ahead of, that's when it became a reality.
So that's what I want to talk to you about, because I know that you feel like you should have been picked ahead of where you were, and as the careers played out, you probably should have based on some of their careers in comparison to yours. But is it bittersweet when that happens? Is it all joy? Is there a part of it that's joy but tinged with a little bit of animosity?
It was bittersweet because I was mad.
Really?
I was. When I heard my name called, I was like, I was literally sweating, and that's why when I walked up there, I pointed to my hat, like they believed in me. They gave me a chance. I'm gonna come and give all that I can.
As you can hear, Jalen Rose was very frustrated that he was only the 13th pick. And it was 100% understandable because he was definitely better than a few players that went before him. The other problem was the Denver Nuggets weren't the perfect fit. Why? Because they already had 2 point guards. They had Robert Peck and Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, at that time 2 very potent players. So Jalen Rose had to play the small forward position, which didn't turn out too well. In his rookie season, he was averaging only 22 minutes, which was okay, because back in those days, many rookies had to earn their minutes. But obviously, he didn't get as many touches as he wanted to, only averaging 8 points, but 4.8 assists as a rookie who didn't play the point guard position, so that was pretty good. In his second season with the Denver Nuggets, he was averaging 26 minutes a game, but still wasn't a starter and was moved to the shooting guard position. So the Denver Nuggets didn't really know what to do with Jalen Rose. In 1996, Jalen Rose was then traded from the Denver Nuggets to the Indiana Pacers, where he actually would have the biggest move of his career. Actually, he was traded for Mark Jackson and for Ricky Pierce, yes. So, how did it go with Indiana? So when Jalen Rose ended up in Indiana, it looked terrible at first. He was only averaging 18 minutes, and it seemed like the coaches didn't believe in his talent. So Jalen Rose was actually coming off the bench and had to fight for his minutes. But he was not willing to accept his role, and he really worked at his game, and year by year he got more minutes until in 1999 he actually was the starting small forward for the Indiana Pacers, averaging 18 points a game and helping the Indiana Pacers to be a title contender for the next couple of years. Jalen Rose had many incredible games, especially in the finals in the year 2000 in Game 5 against the Los Angeles Lakers, where Jalen Rose dropped 32 points.
Free throws, no arc at all. Out of the corner, Jalen Rose for 3.
Remember now, going into Game 4, the Pacers had not shot the three-point shot well. They hit 10 the other night. Now that gives them freedom to beat you off the dribble.
Rose off the screen, answers at the other end.
Great execution right now by Indiana. They're in a real flow.
Jalen Rose. The Pacers have tried 5 three-pointers, and they've made them all. Lost. Rose, good look at a 3. 6 for 6.
Phil Jackson cannot be happy about the Laker defense right now. Now you got to give Indiana credit.
Rose against Bryant this time, challenging him and scoring.
You can immediately see what happened there when Phil Jackson saw they were going to go.
Rose kicked it away. Perkins picks it up. They've got 6 seconds to shoot. Rose for 3. How about this?
That was good defense. He forced them to use the block. He shot it about 3 feet behind the three-point line.
And Indy is shooting 68%. Jalen Rose hits the reverse.
Larry Bird is a coach. As he looks at the player, if I'm going, get me the ball.
Rice on Rose, jumper over it.
These 2 guys have it on cruise control. Rose and Miller.
Jalen Rose definitely had his best time with the Indiana Pacers, and even though he was averaging 24 points with the Chicago Bulls, he will always be remembered for the time with the Pacers. After the Pacers, he played for the Bulls, the Toronto Raptors, the New York Knicks, and finally with the Phoenix Suns, where at the age of 34, he retired in the year 2007.
But here's the thing. Jalen Rose, you talk about how he's such a great distributor. You know what your career assist average was? That was 3.8. Like that, you know, that's probably 2 of them you probably got double teamed. 1 of them you probably just turned it over and it bounced to a teammate. Like you can't act like you're this great passer when you average 3.8 assists a game.
Well, here's a few things about that. And that was a classic I never play high-level basketball comment. Because when I played 13 years, my role changed. So when I got drafted by the, hold on, let me finish. When I got drafted by the Nuggets, do you know who still holds the rookie assist record for their team?
Jalen Anthony Rose.
Okay, when I got traded to Indiana, I was playing point guard. Around 2000, there was like 2 or 3 people getting 20 points, 6 boards, 6 dimes, 5 assists. Other 2, Kobe Bryant and Jamal Mashburn. We bring back Mark Jackson, I'm on the wing. We got Travis Best, I'm on the wing. I go to the Bulls, I'm getting buckets. Top 10 in the league in scoring then. That's what you call a versatile swing man that played 3 positions in the league. Holla at your boy.
Hey you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.